Welcome to our thrilling series on expressing the future in English. In this video, we'll explore the various ways to talk about upcoming events, intentions, and predictions using different tenses and structures. By the end of this lesson, you'll be a pro at talking about the future with clarity and confidence. So, buckle up and get ready to take your English communication skills to new heights. Simple present, talking about scheduled future events. First, let's talk about using the simple present tense to express future actions. Now, you might be thinking, wait a minute, isn't the simple present used for things happening now? You're right, but it can also be used for scheduled events or fixed arrangements in the future, especially with verbs like start, begin, leave, and arrive. For example, you might say, the train leaves at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. My birthday falls on a Sunday this year. The store closes at 9 p.m. tonight. When using the simple present for future events, it's important to include a time expression like tomorrow, this year, or tonight, to make it clear that you're talking about the future and not the present. This form is more common in formal situations, like news reports or official announcements. Will plus infinitive, expressing intention and on-the-spot decisions. Next up, let's explore how we use will, followed by the infinitive, the base form of the verb, to express intention or decisions made at the moment of speaking. This form is particularly useful for spontaneous offers, promises, or requests. For instance, if the phone rings and you say, "I'll get it," you're making a decision at that very moment to answer the phone. Or, if you're at a restaurant and you say, "I'll have the salad, please," you're expressing your intention to order the salad. Another example is when you're making a promise or offer, like, "I'll lend you the money if you promise to pay me back next week." When using will for intention, keep in mind that it's mostly used with I or we. For other people, he, she, they, we usually use the be going to form, which we'll talk about later in the video. Present continuous, discussing future plans and arrangements. Another way to express future plans is by using the present continuous tense. We use this form when talking about definite arrangements or plans that have already been made. For example, I'm meeting my boss for lunch on Friday. They're flying to Paris next month for a conference. We're having a party this weekend. Would you like to come? The present continuous emphasizes that the arrangements are fixed and more certain than intentions expressed with will or be going to. It's also more common in casual conversations. Be going to, intentions, plans, and predictions based on evidence. The be going to form is one of the most common ways to talk about future intentions and plans. To form it, you use the present tense of the verb to be, am, is, are, followed by going to, and then the base form of the main verb. For example, I'm going to start a new job next month. They're going to buy a house in the suburbs. She's going to take a gap year before starting university. Unlike will for intention, which is mostly used with I or we, the be going to form can be used with all people, I, you, he, she, it, we, they. It suggests that some preparation or decision-making has already happened, making the future action more certain than a spontaneous intention expressed with will. In addition to expressing intentions and plans, the be going to form can also be used to make predictions based on present evidence or circumstances. For instance, look at those dark clouds. It's going to rain soon. He's been studying hard all week. I think he's going to pass the exam. The company has been losing money for months. They're going to go bankrupt if they don't make some changes. When making predictions with be going to, the speaker is usually quite sure about the outcome based on the current situation. This form is often used with phrases like I think, I believe, or I'm sure. Comparing future forms, which one to use when? Now that we've covered the main future forms, let's compare them and discuss when to use each one. 1. Simple present. Use for fixed schedules or timetables, especially in formal situations. 2. Will. Infinitive. Use for spontaneous decisions, offers, promises, or requests. 3. Present continuous. Use for definite arrangements or plans that have already been made. 4. Be going to. Use for intentions, plans, and predictions based on present evidence. It's important to note that these forms can sometimes be used interchangeably, and the choice often depends on the speaker's perspective or the formality of the situation. In many cases, both the present continuous and be going to can be used to express future plans, with the present continuous implying a more definite arrangement. For example, I'm meeting John for coffee tomorrow. Definite arrangement. I'm going to meet John for coffee tomorrow. Intention or plan. Future simple tense. Opinions, assumptions, and habitual actions. The future simple tense, also known as will, the infinitive without to, is used to express various future situations, such as opinions, assumptions, and habitual actions. For example, I think he'll be a great leader someday. Opinion. The sun will rise at 6:30 a.m. tomorrow. Habitual action. If we leave now, we'll arrive before dark. Conditional. It's important to note that the future simple tense is not usually used in time clauses or conditional clauses. Instead, we use the present tense in these cases. For instance, we say, when she arrives, not will arrive, we'll go out for dinner. Future continuous tense, ongoing actions and polite implications. The future continuous tense is formed by combining will be with the present participle, the ing form of the main verb. It has two main uses. 1. To describe an ongoing action at a specific point in the future. This time next week, I'll be lying on a beach in Hawaii. 2. To express a future action without intention or emphasis on the continuity of the action. I'll be seeing John at the conference next month. Implied, as part of my regular activities. The future continuous tense is often more polite or less definite than the present continuous when discussing future plans. It's like saying, it's not a big deal, just something that will be happening. Future perfect and future perfect, continuous, completed actions and durations. The future perfect tense is formed by combining will have with the past participle of the main verb. We use it to describe an action that will be completed by a certain time in the future. For example, by the time she finishes her degree, she will have studied for 4 years. The future perfect continuous tense, formed by combining will have been with the present participle of the main verb, emphasizes the duration of an action up to a point in the future. For instance, by the end of this month, I will have been working here for 5 years. Both the future perfect and future perfect continuous tenses are often used with time expressions beginning with by, such as by then, by the end of the month. They help us talk about actions that will be completed or will continue up to a certain point in the future. Special cases. In modern English, shall is rarely used for the future tense, except in formal contexts or with I or we in questions. For example, shall we begin the meeting? What shall I wear to the party? To be to. The structure, to be to, followed by the base form of the main verb, can express a formal or official future arrangement. 3. To be about to. The structure, to be about to, followed by the base form of the main verb, expresses an imminent future action, something that's just about to happen. For example, the train is about to leave. Please board now.
Discover future ways, yeah. Talk about plans all clear. Simple present, scheduled events. Learn the tenses, no pretense. Future forms, here we go. Learn to speak, let it flow. Will and going to you'll see. Master all easily. Will for intent, spur of the moment. Decisions quick like a bomb. Present continuous, plans are fixed. Arrangements set, all in the mix. Future forms, here we go. Learn to speak, let it flow. Will and going to you'll see. Master all easily. By the end, you'll know it all. Past, present, future. Standing tall, keep on. Practicing, you'll see. Language, skills, where they'll be. Be going to for plans so near. Intentions clear, no fear. Future perfect by a time. Actions complete, so fine. Future forms, here we go. Learn to speak, let it flow. Will and going to you'll see. Master all easily. Now